What is up, guys? DT Ninja here to give you guys a closer look at my Rurouni Kenshin Hokkaido Arc Volume 10. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the volume. Some of the things I noticed they changed throughout the volume from the magazine version. They usually do that. There are a few changes. Some are quite interesting, so I wanted to mention those. Also, we're going to take a look at some of the bonus items that it comes with, because there sometimes can be more exclusive items. Some may or may not know, so I wanted to share those. Now, Volume 10 obviously is the one with Kenshin and Aoshi on the cover. We've reached 10 volumes. That's a pretty big milestone for Kenshin and Hokkaido. Volume 1 came out in 2018, so it's been about 8 years. And according to the author this year, we are halfway through Hokkaido. So we got a lot more to look forward to. So why don't we start with the bonuses? So there are several types of bonuses. The first bonus comes inside the actual volume, and that is the mini poster. So I've collected all the mini posters, but the very first one in Volume 1 I tore out. I actually cut it out. So I was able to post it on my wall. But this is what it looked like for Volume 1. So anyway, that's what Volume 1 looks like. So we're going to look at Volume 10 now. So Volume 10. Okay. We open it up. We got a nice little Kenshin and Sojiro poster. Looks pretty nice. You've seen this one already, obviously, on my page. I posted it. There's a digital version of every volume, so it's really easy for me to edit and post these illustrations when I buy the volume version, the digital version. But I also like having the physical version. It's always nice for reference and just reading it as a book as well, as a manga. So let's get to the second version of the bonuses. Okay, bonus number 2 is the postcard. Okay, since we showed Volume 1, I thought I'd show 2 postcards from Volume 1. There were actually 4, and I have all 4 of them, but I have 3 to share with you here. First, we have Ashtaro with Shishio in the background, and you have Ashtaro from Ashtaro the Ex-Con, and you have Asahi and Aran as well. So both of these postcards came with the Volume 1. Now, there were different ones. So when it first came out, there were like alternate ones. So there are 4 different types for Volume 1. And as the volumes got more, there was really only 1 postcard for each one. But those are 2. I have the third one here. This one is probably the most rare. This is Kenshin, and this is the one with Kaoru. Obviously, Kenshin reassures Kaoru, let's go find your father. She's shedding tears because he's still alive. So, yeah, I love this one. One thing I want to point out is when you flip it over, you guys can see there's a little spot with a postage stamp. This is Kenji eating candy. And there's one for each one. So it's pretty much the same. And because it has the same illustration, it's the same set. So anyway, that's Volume 1. The other one is where Kenshin is in the bamboo forest, which I also have. Okay, let's get to the postcard for Volume 10. Volume 10's postcard you guys have already seen. Very beautiful. It's a collage of various scenes in Hokkaido, most battle scenes. Really beautiful. But what you haven't seen is the back. So you have Kenshin, Saito, and Sano. And then another postage stamp illustration, this time Kenji sitting. So yeah, that's the postcard for Volume 10. And this is supposed to come with it. So usually if you buy it like first edition, they come with it. Okay, so that's bonus number 2. Bonus number 3, illustration cards. Okay, so there are 2 types. Sometimes these are more exclusive. So if you buy it at online or a bookstore, sometimes they have different versions. So this is the animate version of Sojiro and Kenshin postcard with the gold background. I believe anime is a little more rare than the Kikuya bookstore one. So they're both pretty nice. You can see the Kenshin one here, though, is in white background, and you can see the Kikuya name here. This is the bookstore you get it from. And this one's more like a photograph paper. And this one is more like a postcard paper, except there's no postcard, there's no postage stamp on the back. So it's basically like a postcard, but it's not. It's an illustration. This one, like I said, it's more like a photograph, but it's an illustration. So again, these are more exclusive. They can be, you can get them if you go to a certain place. It just depends where you get them. So for this one, they have Kenshin and Sojiro in white background. I didn't get that one, but I want to show you what the difference is. This is Kenshin using Gatotsu pose. I believe it's volume 8. Yeah. So for this one, I actually have both. I have a red one background for the animate version. So I just wanted to show you. All right, so that's bonus number 3. Bonus number 4. If you're lucky enough and you buy it on Mercari, sometimes it comes with this bonus. This is a pop. A pop is basically something used to display the volumes at the bookstore. So usually there's like boxes, and when they put this in between the stack of books to show that it's Kenshin. So this is volume 8. I got this when I bought volume 8 on Mercari. So it was an exclusive bonus. The seller who had it, they somehow got it as a bonus. So yeah. Anyway, that's that one. Pretty cool. Okay, now I had to get this one separate, but I do believe you can also get it by luck. This is volume 1 pop, and I've showed this before. This has Ashtaro. It's a little bigger, so this one goes inside the box directly, and you can kind of see where the book would go to kind of set the books up. So it's like a display pop-up. So anyway, that's number 4. All right, number 5 we're taking a look at right now. Okay, speaking of bonuses, this is one of my favorite exclusive bonus from Hokkaido. When I bought Volume 7, it came with this B2 exclusive poster of the Shinsengumi, Saito, and Nagakura with Kenshin there. It is absolutely beautiful. Like I said, it's one of my favorites. I believe the seller bought it at a bookstore, and it came with this poster. So it comes with the illustration card and the postcard as well as this poster. So like I said, some volumes do come with a poster. Now, the next one we're going to look at is volume 9. So when I bought volume 9, I actually got the exclusive poster as well. So again, I believe at a bookstore you can get them. They're limited edition. But this one has Kenshin, doing the Gatotsu pose of Saito with Itakura at the top in blood red with some other characters surrounding. But still, very nice bonuses I just wanted to share. Let's get to the actual volume. So we open it up, and we got a nice little table of contents. So we're going to flip through. We're not going to go through everything, but there are some changes. Like, I love that Itakura illustration. When we open it up, you'll notice that Itakura's eyes kind of shine here because he's blinded, right? Now, if you look here, this little scene where seeing the fighting spirit of Sojiro, you can see it's very bright, like it's blinding. He changed this from the magazine, which had a little more gray to it. But anyway, it's just a small change, but it's something I noticed. All right, the next one, you can see Sojiro in shock here. They added this visual here. Also, the sword is above in front of him, and you can see the broken blade here. They wanted to display that to show that Sojiro also has a broken blade, but it's also frozen. So pretty cool, and obviously really cool scene of Kenshin attacking. All right, next page, next chapter 58. You got Itakura decapitating a bunch of people in the snow. They show his full body before his head was cut off. That's just a small thing. Everything is pretty much the same except this. When they show him freezing, his hair is no longer shown. Instead, it's being frozen. So it's more accurate. He's actually freezing. The snow is now covered. Now it's becoming ice. So that's pretty much the same there. 59 is a big change. Okay, this is where Kenshin and Sojiro attack Itakura. When he attacks them, you'll notice there's a big change. Look here. You'll notice as this attack, when he throws them down and throws them up in the air in the next one, you'll notice his little wrist cuffs. They're actually part of the attack, making it seem as if they're doing, it's like amplifying his arm strength, which it really does. We just never really see it. It's more of a visual thing. So that's definitely something Watsuki likes to do, is subtlety. But it explains why they go flying up in the air. So pretty cool. Another thing, visually, you can see Doi's, her imagery a little bit clearer. Let's see, the next one, chapter 60, I believe. You'll notice instead of a vertical, they did it horizontal. So you can see his whole body in that scene. Instead of going this way, they go this way. So that's another change to the chapter. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. I think this is a pretty solid volume. I do have a feeling, though, that... also, every volume comes with this little tiny magazine as well. I do have a feeling that Saito is coming because they mentioned him twice, several times, in fact. They mentioned him here when Yamagata talks. They mention the Shinsengumi in the same sentence. And then the very next page, the next scene, they show Isagawa being pissed off at Hajime Saito. So I have a feeling Hajime Saito is going to be either in the next chapter or in the coming chapters, which is why I did that discussion. And, you know, Hajime Saito is just a badass. We want to see him again, right? So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah,